Hey everyone, just really quick, two things to follow up on if you've watched my lead-in videos here. Two things that I didn't follow up on from the surgery part. The one was when they do put your line in, your anesthetic or anesthesia, then it's kind of the sedation. It really burns. It really burns. I can't describe it. It's like just kind of like on fire, and then it goes up your arm, and you really are aware of how your veins travel up your arm, and then you feel the sedation. So it's really short, but you definitely feel that part. The needle going in, it's kind of a big gauge needle, so it's not that much fun. I did take arnica before surgery, so if you guys don't know what arnica is, arnica comes in, I have some here out. They're little tabs, they're little homeopathic tabs. And I think you can buy regular pills, but they're really small. They look like, they're little tiny beads. And oops, I just missed it. Anyway, you put them under your tongue, and you put a couple times a day, and what this does is it helps prohibit bruising. So I'm really prone to bruising, but I took the arnica, and the pre-op nurse was not nice. She forgot that I was a human, and that was kind of sad and a little bit scary, but she just really stuck that needle in there, and but then everybody made up for it. Everybody else was so nice during surgery. The anesthesiologist was amazing, my doctor was amazing, the post-op nurse was amazing. So anyway, just one bad seed, but just wanted to let you know that that anesthetic or the sedation that goes into this vein into your hand, I've got really big veins, so I'm actually kind of lucky, but it stings. And then the second part that I wanted to follow up on is when my doctor told me that it was definitely necessary to have the vitrectomy, and he told me why, and this might help some of you guys that are on the fence of whether you want to do it or not. When I had my vitreous tear, what happened was all the blood vessels that are all connected. So you have your retina, right? And then inside is your vitreous, like sac almost. And when it tears away, there you had thousands of capillaries, and all of mine that tore away were bleeding. And so all that blood was in my eye, and that's the black dots that you see is the blood. And what it does is over time it settles, but then it settles in the bottom of your eye. So your retina surgeon or your retina or your ophthalmologist can never really see the bottom of your eye anymore if that blood does not reabsorb or dissipate, and you know, a lot of times it doesn't. So they can't really make a good assessment of your retina if you're having issues or if you're prone to it. So getting that blood out of there was completely necessary. And then he also said, because I'm so myopic, that means that my eye is more shaped like a football than a round eye. So people that are really myopic have very thin retinas to begin with. So this tear off was just so now the vitreous, so this is the back of my eye, so it tore past the central vision, which was fine. It left my retina alone, and then it's kind of had a sac. It's just kind of hanging on the front of your retinas, on the front of your eye. So if I'm looking out this way, and it's just kind of hanging there. And he said it was very thin. My retina was very thin. It was pulling very hard, where the vitreous sac was still, vitreous humor is what it's called, but it was still attached to my retina, which would have led to a tear. So him going in and cutting it out and sucking out all the vitreous fluid and then cauterizing my retina, he said was definitely the right thing to do, and as quickly as we did act. So yesterday, I know I was doubting. I was going, oh, I have better vision today. I'm kind of clear. You know, and I thought, God, is this necessary? Is this really necessary to do? Well, now I know in my heart that it was necessary. And, you know, if you have doubts or you're afraid, I mean, that's why I'm making these videos. You know, trust your gut, trust your doctor, go with the doctor that you really trust. Because that's everything. When I looked into Dr. Anand's eyes yesterday, you know, I know I'm in good hands. And that's my biggest piece of advice for you, is to just, you know, be calm, find a doctor that you love, one that you can ask lots of questions of. They've got thousands of patients. It's like it's a puppy mill. Boo, 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 boo. I hate to say that word. I hate puppy mills, but it's a mill in there. It's an eye mill, and they've got 1,000 patients. But if you have a doctor that's really going to listen to you and really talk to you, and is gentle, Dr. Anand, when he touches my eyes, he's so gentle. And I've been to like 2 other ophthalmologists over time, and he's a retina specialist, but ophthalmologists, they're just really rough on me, and you know, he's just always been so gentle. And yesterday during the surgery, he was just so gentle, gentle, kind person. And that's who you want to be in the hands of, is somebody that's gentle and well versed in their field. And Dr. Anand, every weekend he flies back and forth to San Francisco and all these different conferences all the time. But anyway, he's in Dallas, Texas. If you guys want him, it's Rajiv Anand, A-N-A-N-D. And like I said, he's been working with me for 10 years. I've had lots of scares over the years, and he is just so reassuring and kind. So he's a great doctor. But I wanted to follow up on those 2 things. And also, if you guys want to ask questions, you know, we're going into my 10th year of multiple eye surgeries, retina detachments, 2 vitrectomies now, I could still never say that word, but the buckle on my right eye, and 2 cataract surgeries, 1 in each eye, and YAG surgery in 1 eye. So I've been through a lot. I'm 53 years old. I started this journey at 43. So you know, it felt a little early in life to be dealing with that. I know there are people that are a lot younger than that too, but you know, it's one of those things where you usually don't deal with until you're much older. But it doesn't matter how old you are, it's still terrifying. It's terrifying for something to happen to your eyes. And you know, I just want to make these videos to just give you a compassionate place and I understand I'm not a doctor, like I said in a previous video, obviously, but I'm happy to answer any questions. And I think that just personal experience is just so important. I was able to talk to people and go on a blog from Yahoo that's no longer in existence, sadly. That was really, really, really helpful to me during my journey. It was very scary. I was terrified out of my mind. I mean, to go blind in an eye is just awful to live with. And I think I had PTSD for probably 2 years after that surgery, and started to have it again with this eye when this one started to detach. I started really going down that spiral. And I'll make a whole video on what that feels like, you know, what I went through, you know, when this eye detached and all the fears, and then, when this eye detached, and then when this vitreous detached, there's just a lot we deal with. And if you're on this video and you've made it this far, you're somebody dealing with this. And feel free to leave a comment or leave questions, and I will answer everything that you have questions for, that I can, you know. And my biggest thing is I hope this eye turns out well, and you know, I just hope I can be a success story and give everybody confidence and give you hope that you're going to be okay. You have to act fast, and you have to get a good doctor, and you have to be confident. You have to be your own health advocate, because nobody's going to be it for you. You got to trust your gut and know when to act, and get it done. Don't sit on it. Don't wait. Don't wait if you think you have an eye injury or something going on in your eye. So I waited, and that's why I lost my sight in this eye. And it was restored, and I'm very blessed for that. Very blessed. My God, am I blessed for it. So anyway, that's it. This video is way too long now, and I'm sorry, use up all your time. But again, I'll keep posting as I go. I just wanted to answer those 2 questions. Okay, great.